Hello, I'm professional attorney and very much amateur musician Scott Lesowitz. And since I'm Phil from Wings of Pegasus's lawyer friend, I'm going to react to Phil's recent-ish video. My video received a takedown request, but YouTube took my side. And in that video, Phil discussed how YouTube notified Phil that YouTube had received a copyright removal request from Bryan Adams' people for a video that Phil had done earlier about how Bryan Adams' vocals in a performance had been auto-tuned. And amazingly, YouTube chose not to remove Phil's video, and it looks like that they did not remove the video because YouTube decided that it likely was fair use, and then Bryan Adams' people did not provide adequate assurances that they had indeed thought about whether or not the video was fair use. Phil was gracious enough, and thank you very much, Phil, to also email me a copy of the information from Bryan Adams' removal request that YouTube provided to Phil. So one of the prompts that Phil displayed in his video showed that the clip at issue that Bryan Adams took exception with was a 12-second clip. And come on, you cannot effectively demonstrate that somebody's voice is being auto-tuned by only showing a few seconds of audio. That would demonstrate nothing. It would prove nothing. So this is pretty clearly fair use. And, I'm very disappointed that an actual human manually tried to get this video removed. But that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is that YouTube did not remove the video. So first, before explaining what I think happened here, I'm going to give a little bit of a legal background. So under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or DMCA, a website operator that hosts content that's uploaded by the public cannot be held liable if someone uploads content that is copyright infringing, but that's only if certain conditions are met, and that includes that upon notification of claimed infringement, the website operator responds expeditiously to remove or disable access to the material that is claimed to be infringing. Courts have found that a copyright owner or someone acting on behalf of a copyright owner must consider fair use before submitting a takedown request under the DMCA. And that makes sense because if a video is fair use or if content is fair use, then it's not infringing. As I discuss here, and I'll show you, I don't think that YouTube is second guessing copyright owners when they submit DMCA takedown requests that affirmatively say this video is not fair use. So YouTube's policies regarding copyright removal requests state that the copyright owners must, quote, consider whether fair use, fair dealing, or a similar copyright exception applies. We may ask you to confirm you've made this consideration. The content identified in your removal request won't be removed if you don't adequately respond or if a copyright exception applies, end quote. That said, I don't think that YouTube is requiring some kind of persuasive argument that there's no fair use. So YouTube states elsewhere in its policies, after a removal request is submitted, YouTube reviews it to make sure it has the information required by applicable copyright law and shows no signs of abuse. If the removal request passes the review, YouTube removes the allegedly infringing content to comply with applicable copyright law. And remember, they have a big incentive to just go ahead and remove the video because otherwise they can be sued. And that's especially so if they outright disagree with the copyright owner's fair use determination. No, I got to hand it to YouTube. This is something that YouTube does not have to do under the DMCA. And it's frankly cool because they might be taking some legal risk by doing this. And also, YouTube has an online form that one can use to submit a removal request. And that online form does not have space where you need to explain why the video is infringing or why the video is not fair use. So if you have not subscribed yet, by the way, please do. If I get to 10,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to put some money into creating like a proper setup for the videos, a proper set, better sound. So let's try to get me to 10,000. Well, I think that what happened in Bryan Adams' case is that their removal request did not explicitly say whether or not they considered fair use. And because of that, that caused what happened, that YouTube asked for more assurance about whether there's fair use. I don't know if that's because in this situation, YouTube did a manual inspection and thought this is likely fair use. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you around another time.